Hello guys, welcome again, a new live stream. So let's talk about Bitcoin. So this is the chart when I think a few days ago, when I said, you know what, this is sideways and you will see downside. That was the projection like a few days ago, of course, in one day chart. So what happened after that? Well, let me explain why I was looking for this. First of all, here is because remember we have a buy signal here. We technically speaking is a buy or sideways signal. Let me show you here. Yes, and Bitcoin what was doing here. This area is actually the area, the time we have to see Bitcoin bouncing, right? But in this case, Bitcoin instead of bouncing actually was what was doing just lazy, just wasting time, right? So in the moment when I saw this settle line testing here, well, I said, you know what, this is to the downside and you will see it, right? Technically speaking, it's like that. And after that, what happened? Well, let's see. So, well, now we are here. Very good trades actually. I was trading this bounce here. I was in long and actually I was in short here. Very good, actually, very good trades. Now I closed my short right now. Yes, but not because of that. I'm saying, you know, Bitcoin will go to the moon. Of course not yet. Actually, I think Bitcoin will hit around 20k, 18k maybe in the long term, but level by level, right? So the thing here right now, Bitcoin is here. Volume in one day chart totally destroyed, as you can see here. There is no bullish divergence in one day chart for Bitcoin. So you are thinking Bitcoin to the moon? No, actually, if you see a bounce, this bounce should be again a sell opportunity. I will keep shorting, and maybe the rest of the year, all the rest of the year, I will keep shorting Bitcoin. Maybe. So now we have the monthly close. This close actually is gonna tell us something very interesting, and it's a big warning for all the bulls out there, because I don't have very good news actually. Let me show you first. Well, first of all, here we have a 5-day chart here. The 5-day chart is very important, where we have a variance divergence, actually triple variance divergence, as you can see here, from this point, and this point, and also this point. So the projection is what? To the downside, right? So in this case now, as you can see here with this, let me 1 second. Okay, yeah, good. With this down, you see, for example, here we have the bounce here. Sorry, we have the bounce, and after that, Bitcoin actually is dumping right now. As you can see here, we have this variance divergence, and well, OBP is crossing the center line here. Okay, so if you see Bitcoin closing below $27,000 in the next 5 days, let me see when, September 3rd. Okay, around there. I mean, this week, maybe Monday, Tuesday next week. So if you see Bitcoin closing below $26,000, $27,000 in 5-day chart, I mean the next close, we will have the confirmation. We'll get the confirmation like volume is breaking the center line. Technically speaking, it's gonna be bearish. And what it is telling me? Well, the next target, logical target, should be around 20k, 18k in the long term. So September, October, November, I think it's gonna be very funny because we will see it's gonna be the party just for bears, for bears. Now let me show you here the monthly. The monthly actually is very, very important. Why? Because well, this is not very bullish anymore. Actually, this is not bullish anymore. We have a solid line crossing here. Technically speaking, Bitcoin didn't pump, right? I mean, in the macro scale, every time when Bitcoin was testing the MI55 with a buy signal here, Bitcoin actually was doing this, right? Very strong bounce, right? 200% bounce, actually the last bull market. But right now, it's not doing that. So technically speaking, in September, I am looking for another test to 25K. And here's the thing. If you see Bitcoin breaking $25,000 and closing below that in weekly basis, I mean, because it's the monthly, at least I want to see a weekly close there, you will see the bottom again, the basement tested around 17, 18K, tested again. And well, you're bullish, double bottom, and to the moon from here, right? But if you see here, with this sell signal, this is gonna be the first time in the history of Bitcoin, actually, we will have this at top, and potentially is gonna be finally the trigger, like maybe this is not the real bottom actually. Potentially we will see maybe lower prices. But level by level, as I said before, 25K, as long as Bitcoin is above 25K, I think it's going to break in some point in September. As I said before, the next level is going to be around 20K, 18K, and all your altcoins, they will just keep crashing, making new lows. Okay, so be careful here. You are, hold, buy all in, whatever. No, with the setup right now here in the monthly, Bitcoin actually officially, at least for me, is not bullish anymore. Now, let me show you something with the RSI, because the RSI actually is very, very interesting here. And I'm using this the RSI here is because it's very like common, right? It's commonly used like by many traders, especially people without many experience. When they start trading, they use the MACD and the RSI, and in my humble opinion, also they don't know how to use it, right? Because they use Investopedia, what is the name, or Wikipedia, whatever, and sell when is RSI is overbought and and buy when it's oversold. Very, very, very bad way of trading with RSI. But never mind. So the thing here is like, let me show you here. Bitcoin in the RSI here. Let me change here the settings a little bit with the RSI. 1 second. Okay, here it should be 9. Let me see here. Okay, good. Okay, so I use 9 or 7, the moving average in monthly. Why? Because I want to see faster signals here. And the most important thing here is the 50 level. Remember, the 50 level is extremely important. I have an article in my blog talking about the RSI. You want to maybe read, and you will realize actually 50 level actually is very, very important. Technically speaking, historically speaking, actually, every time Bitcoin is above in the monthly, right? In the monthly, above the moving average, the yellow moving average, and plus the 50 level, technically speaking, the bull market, the bottom is already in first. Second, you will see the beginning of the bull market. In this case, Bitcoin actually is getting rejected by the 50 level, as you can see here, and also close below the moving average. And that's a major, major warning for all of us actually, because I like Bitcoin. I want to see Bitcoin at 100K. But what it is telling me is very simple. You see the points here. Bitcoin is making always a new low every time when after the bear market. Let me show you here. This is the low around a 45 level, and here's around 43, and here is around 40. So this is telling me if I am right with this technical analysis with sell signal present in the monthly, because we will see that sell signal maybe in November, I'm expecting potentially a new low here. And that is going to be very interesting, because if we see this, well, maybe I'm going to start talking about maybe 14K or 10K. Yeah, it's too soon to say, please don't take it seriously. But with this reaction, usually, if we follow this pattern, right, like this pattern, right, is making new lows. Also in the top, right, we have here the top in 2013 was 96, and here is 95, as you can see here, and here is 91. So this is telling me in the future, right, in the next bull market, the RSI should be around here, making new lows. So as you can see here, even in RSI, you don't know how, what is actually the RSI, is the momentum as well, is losing steam. Bitcoin is losing steam. So what I'm trying to say right now here is that a big warning for all of us. All of us is like the best scenario for Bitcoin is holding 25K, but there is a very good chance potentially Bitcoin will break at this level, and we will see between 18 and 19K around there. So, and that is gonna be the last hope. You don't want to see Bitcoin making new lows, because if you see Bitcoin making new lows, 10K is the next target. And believe me, you don't want to see Bitcoin at 10K, because that means Bitcoin will be in a monthly bear market. So the healthiest thing for Bitcoin is, yes, this is testing maybe the basement, totally fine, but not making new lows. Because as long as Bitcoin is not making new lows here, that means the trend is still to the upside in the monthly basis. We don't want to see Bitcoin in the monthly. In the monthly, we don't want to see Bitcoin in downtrend. because if you see Bitcoin in downtrend in the monthly, it's gonna take years to recover. Okay, so now let's talk about the weekly chart here for Bitcoin in RSI. As you can see here, technically speaking, right now Bitcoin is bearish in RSI in weekly chart. Why? Because the golden rule here is 50 level, right? As you can see here, Bitcoin in 2023, yes, in January, Bitcoin broke here the 50 level, and after that made a basement, and after that, as you can see here, we have this bearish divergence as well, right? From this point, from this point and this point, as you can see here, and this point and this point. So we have bearish divergence as well. Now the problem here is like Bitcoin, following the rule of 50, the 50 rule, actually is below there right now. So technically speaking, in weekly chart is bearish. Okay, every time when Bitcoin is below the 50 level, especially in weekly chart, is when we have actually bearish momentum, right? So right now here, Bitcoin is not doing something actually good. Now, the last chart I'm gonna show you here is a 2 bi-weekly chart. So I'm talking about the rest of the year. This chart is for all the year 2023. Let me show you here. We have a sell signal, ADX negative here, volatility contracting here. Call me crazy. I'm gonna make a very crazy call here. Yeah, I'm gonna be brave, maybe, because maybe many of you will call me crazy, but based on my experience, I could be wrong. This is not financial advisor, please. It's not financial advice. I'm not financial advisor, but based on this price action and the volume here in bi-weekly chart, as you can see here, is totally destroyed here. I am expecting something like this. Let me show you here something like this. Something like we saw in 2019. A major crash. Something like this. Okay? Yeah, call me crazy. Call me crazy. But I have the feeling, I have the feeling we will see something like this. And I have technical reasons for that. Why? Because technically speaking, we have ADX negative here, volatility contracting here, so Bitcoin is gonna move very hard in the bi-weekly basis. We don't have volume, as you can see, breaking the lows of December 2022, actually this month, as you can see here. And also the RSI is below 50 level, breaking also the moving average here. So technically speaking, it's not bullish. Bitcoin actually is not bullish. So I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, for me, it's not gonna be like surprising if we see this drop, and it makes sense. Why? Because it's a business. Remember, this is a business, right? So market makers, they know this. Like, you know what? The bottom is in. Okay, so it's time to make money. How? We need retailers to sell, right? So how we are gonna do it? Well, Corona version 2, aliens, the inflation. I don't know. Seriously, I really don't care. But you will see something new is gonna happen. It's because of that Bitcoin crash 45%, whatever. Technically speaking, every time when we have this sell signal in bi-weekly chart, what happened with, historically speaking, with Bitcoin? Let me show you here. We have this sell signal, this sell signal, this sell signal, and this sell signal. And we have also this sell signal. The confirmation was actually this week. So what happened after that? Well, in average, right? In average, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but based on the probabilities, remember this channel is about probabilities. It's not about, it's because I feel it, right? I hope. No. Look at this. From the sell signal to the next buy signal, Bitcoin crashed around 66% in 2018. And here in the top around $10,000 to the next buy signal in weekly basis, it crashed around 40%. And here, let me show you here in the signal around here in around $40,000 to the next sell signal, buy signal, in weekly basis around here, crash around 63%. So based on facts, remember facts. Also, if we do the same exercise here, we are gonna have sell signal here, and also we have this sell signal here. So in average, the only fake signal we got in this chart with bi-weekly chart is this one, when we got a sell signal here, but Bitcoin instead instead of crashing, it wasn't sideways, you see? But all of them since 2014, every time Bitcoin in average crash around what? Let me show you here to the next buy signal here. Around this one was worse, 78%. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 samples and just one fake signal. So we have around maybe 85, 90% of probabilities potentially this scenario could happen again, right? So because I know this is based on probabilities, that's why this is the technical reason why I'm looking for maybe something like this, okay? Just I'm sure you can open TradingView and you can do it just yourself and study the charts for yourself, right? So the thing here is like, well, we have the close, the bi-weekly close breaking again the ME55 in bi-weekly chart. So usually when we see breaking 2 times here, this is the test and this is the break, what happened after that, right? And here in this case, well, just Bitcoin just crash. And here we have the test and we have the break, you see? So we have the test here and potentially what is next? Potentially a break, okay? So many people will cry in social media, but for me, in my humble opinion, the last opportunity to buy Bitcoin in the long term is coming this year. Okay, so let's continue. I'm gonna continue with the monthly a little bit more because there are many things to show you right now. First of all, we have the monthly here, yeah. Now, as I said before here, Bitcoin, tell me how many examples we have Bitcoin doing this in the monthly basis. How many? How many? We don't have examples. We don't have data, you see? Because Bitcoin, technically speaking, in the monthly basis, is just a baby. It's just 10 years, 10 years, 12, 10 years, 12 years, something like that. So you see that we don't have this kind of pattern testing. Actually, just testing the ME55, I'm just bouncing from the ME55 to the top 30%. In average Bitcoin, every time when Bitcoin tested the ME55, we have massive rallies, we have massive pumps, right? So that's the problem I have right now with Bitcoin. So this is just about time. Remember, trading is just a game. You have to be patient. This in monthly chart, we have also the volatility contraction here. So if we know bi-weekly chart is a sell signal right now, there is a very high probability you will see something like this. A sell signal here in November for potentially October, November. And well, let's see if 20K holds, right? Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna talk now of the short term for Bitcoin in 4-hour chart. Maybe you're looking for trades right now in 4-hour chart. Let me show you what happened here right now. Well, technically speaking here, as you can see here, Bitcoin broke the ME55 here in OBB. Let me remove the RSI because I don't use it actually. And technically speaking, well, no shorts right now, no shorts. Why? Because, well, volume profile is telling me this is the strongest area of support. As you can see here, the volume, right? That's why actually I was in short here and I closed my position here. That's it, okay? Because, but you say it's going to zero. Well, I was talking about bi-weekly chart and monthly. I mean, I'm talking about months, not talking about tomorrow, okay? So in 4-hour chart, maximum 24 hours trading session, maybe 48 maximum. So what is next? Well, first of all, I am looking for a bounce. We are going to have a bounce maybe this weekend. Yes, at this weekend, where the target should be around the ME55, around $26,600. But based on the volume, based on what I said before, all the bounces we see for Bitcoin, at least the next 2 months, I think so, is going to be a sell opportunity. Okay, so careful here. If you are in long position, yes, makes sense because technically speaking, you are in the support, but remember, risk management is extremely important. Now let's talk about the chart here. Let me show you here. Using just facts again, we have Bitcoin bouncing here, and I said in my private channels, I said, hey, careful here because every time, sorry for saying this, guys, but every time when you see a green candle, oh my God, I'm bullish because the stock market is bullish, to the moon, new highs. And I said, no, guys, Bitcoin is gonna drop. Now you see it, right? Now, the thing here is like we have rules. At least I have rules. If you don't know my rules, I just strongly suggest go to my channel or go to the description of this live stream, and you will find a playlist with actually some videos where actually I'm explaining the rules of my trading system. So the rule is very simple. Bouncing here, testing the MI55 to what? To keep falling. Okay. So because this is the rule, I will not go long here. I am looking for shorts. And it's exactly what I did. Of course, it's not like 100% rule. Of course, sometimes fails. That's why risk management is the most, stop losses and these kind of things. But this is telling me all this price action, Bitcoin actually with this drop, we got the confirmation we are in downtrending on the chart. Plus, with this drop, Bitcoin will not have enough time to reverse the trend. Why? Because curve, remember, is telling me something. Time. Bitcoin from this point, this buy signal here, instead of pumping, actually it did it. I mean, we saw this pump, but didn't keep it. That is a problem. We will see a settle line testing here. And if we follow the previous example, what is going to happen? Well, testing settle line here, yeah, rejected here. So I am telling you right now here, Bitcoin is we will see a bounce, potentially sideways. And after that, a beautiful, beautiful continuation in the next potentially sell signal. The good news is we will see potentially a bullish divergence forming. Something like this. Let me show you here. Let me show you something like this. Something like this, where Bitcoin potentially could be at 24K, 23, and potentially we will see something like this. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry, my cats, they're crazy again, but never mind. So this is just about time. That's why I said to you, every bounce we will see, at least in my case, right? I see for Bitcoin in the next 2 months, at least all of them, they will be a short opportunity. Yeah. And so far, so good. Actually, August is one of the best months in this year, actually, because, well, I didn't lose any trade. Well, just I canceled one, but it's actually very good. Very good. The thing here is like, well, if we see the volume here, the next area, if I am right with this technical analysis, of course, right, because I could be wrong, the next area should be around here, between 24K and 22K. But even we see that here, if we see a bounce here, is going to be, of course, another sell opportunity. And I will keep shorting Bitcoin until Bitcoin is in downtrend. Bitcoin must, well, you want to see examples? It's like this. Let me show you this. This is a pretty good example. Bitcoin bouncing the S&P 55, short. The S&P 55, short. The S&P 55, short. The S&P 55, short again. And after that, reversal. The S&P 55, okay, stop hunting. And after that, to the moon, okay? You see, this pattern is exactly the same thing we will see here. And with this drop, this is the confirmation I was looking for. This is the break. I mean, let me show you the break because maybe you want to learn, right? This is the break. This is the break. Of course, it was very, very, very strong here. This is the the test, and after that, this is the continuation. So this is the break. This is a test, and here, this is the continuation. You see, very simple rule. So I just want to suggest you don't know this kind of, I mean, you want to learn my system of trading or you want to get more familiar with my live streams because sometimes my live streams are too technical based on the feedback I got like a few months ago. If you want to understand more these kind of things, well, I also suggest you can also join to my Discord or even my Patreon, like when I am posting my technical analysis and sharing my technical my technicals for Bitcoin and stock market. So technically speaking, it's like this. Okay, so I think Bitcoin is not gonna do something. I mean, it's gonna be bearish the rest of the year. Now, the last thing about weekly chart, let me show you here. I am focusing more right now in macro timeframes because we have a monthly close today. But let me show you here. technically speaking, but it says in the center line here. Yes, technically speaking, it's like this. My friend, you're missing something. Monthly, remember, higher time frames. If I know monthly is bullish for Bitcoin, I will be very bullish. I will say, you know what, from here to the moon. You know why? Because in monthly, we still have time, we still have momentum to the moon, right? But no, in this case, if we go to the monthly, if I do a very simple exercise and I split my screen here in two charts, and here is the weekly chart, and here is the monthly. And if you watch my videos of how to use, to understand my seasonal trading, you will find a video that is about timing. So the rule is very simple. You see curve, in this case, curve testing the settle line, and this asset actually is not moving anymore. Well, the rule is very simple. In the next sell signal, the projection is gonna be to the downside. You see? So this is not bullish anymore. Yeah. Why? Because monthly is telling me right now Bitcoin is getting ready to move, yes, to the downside. Okay. Now the question is, and I don't have a crystal ball, of course I don't have it, is I don't know. I cannot tell you right now, but I don't know if this area is gonna hold. Okay. But technically speaking, we should see around 18, 20K. Okay. And I am telling you this because sometimes I get some messages. You know what? It's because of the recession. It's because of inflation. It's because this and that. Blah blah blah. Elon Musk. I don't know how to say this again, but seriously, my friend, I really don't care. I really don't care. If I show you my Discord, I have just one group in my Discord, and it's my own group. Yeah, if you want to know about my philosophy or psychology of trading, I strongly suggest you visit and you read my blog, because in that blog I am talking about psychology of trading. So, well, and you will understand a little bit more my style about trading and how actually I can solve the problems with emotions, right? Because emotions actually is the biggest enemy, not just in trading, actually, I think in your life. Okay, so let's continue. I'm gonna continue with the stock market because I got some message like, stock market is bullish, stock market is to the moon, right? And let's see. Let me see here if actually this is bullish. Okay. First of all, here, rules are rules, right? In weekly chart, no thank you, I will not buy here. I don't care if this is looking good. I really don't care. Why? Because ADX is negative here, and also we have a sell signal here. This is a sell signal pattern, right? So no thank you. So the projection is gonna be like this. Sideways, all this range, sideways, yeah, the next 2-3 months, and downside. Simple. But new highs, new ATA. Okay, maybe yes, maybe you're right. Maybe we could see another test to this area. Yes, why not? But you know what? For me, it's gonna be a short opportunity. It's not gonna be a sell opportunity, because another rule is I will never buy the previous resistance. Never. Okay? Never. Don't short the support. Don't buy the resistance. Okay? It's very simple. Very simple rule. Don't short the support. Don't buy the resistance. But this time it's gonna break. No. Breakout traders, maybe using 1 minute chart, 5 minute charts, maybe maximum, maybe 30 minute chart, maybe it could work, maybe yes, but in higher time frames is a terrible way of trading, because mostly all the traders I can see, especially on Twitter, they are using triangles, rectangles, rainbows, and they are using breakout strategies. And because many of them, they are doing that, well, the question is, why you are going to use something like, if we know 80-90% of the traders in the world, they lose eventually, why you will keep using the same system if actually that is a proof that thing is not working? You see, that is a very simple question I have for you. Okay, so let me show you here the 1-day chart. 1-day chart here, technically speaking, I remember this. I said, you know what? This is going to be a Destiny 55, sideways or bounce. Now we had the bounce. Now we are here. Hey, new high. I don't care. The only thing I know is like in the next sell signal, if we see a new high and we have potentially again another better divergence, is gonna be a massive bull trap here, maybe around 4,700 or something like that. And instead of looking for to buy, I'm gonna start looking for maybe a short opportunity. Okay, yes, is it to the upside? Yes. Is bullish technically speaking on the chart? Yes. Now let me show you here in 4-hour chart. In 4-hour chart, I'm expecting to see a better variance forming right now. Let me see if I am right with this. 1 second, let me see here. Oh my god. Sometimes I hate TradingView. My indicators, they are not loading. I don't know why sometimes I have issues like this, but okay. Good. So let me see 4-hour chart for the stock market here. And let me see if I can tell you something interesting here. Yes, okay. It's very simple here. Yes, potentially we will see a 4,600 around there, maybe here, a new high here, and eventually you will see a better divergence in 4-hour chart. And this better divergence in 4-hour chart should be the trigger for what? A potential bull trap. Okay, simple. Okay, so let's continue. And I'm gonna continue. I have some requests. First, I'm gonna check the message I got because I got some requests. Remember, especially you are in the Patreon and you're supporting this channel. First of all, I want to apologize with you because, well, sometimes I am not very active with my live streams. And the reason is, I have to be very honest, because I am thinking the new strategy, the new path of this channel, because I have a goal and I want to reach 1,000 subscribers, but I am trying to figure out what is going to be the best way to reach that the subscribers without posting meme thumbnails or stupid things like Bitcoin will hit $1 million. It's like, I don't know. I don't feel like, I feel like you're supporting this channel, it's not going to be fair for all the Patreons that are supporting this channel, because they are looking for actually a system to trade, right? In real life. I take losses, you take losses, we take losses, but in overall, in the long term, we are making some profits, okay? And that is the point. I don't want to lose that quality, because now I'm gonna start talking about the stupid things like, oh, the Fed, oh my God, the interest, who cares? Who cares? Okay, at least not me. But yeah, many people, they trade in that way. Okay, so I'm trying to find the best way how to improve this channel, live streams and shorts and everything. But it's taking a little bit more time because 2 years we running this channel, and I cannot. I want to reach by the end of the year 1,000 subscribers. So, but without losing this part of the reality, this part of facts. That is the point. That is the goal. Okay, so let me show you here. I'm gonna answer some questions I got on Discord about some requests I got for this live stream. Let me show you here. 1 second. Okay, Nasdaq. Okay, Nasdaq. Okay, let's talk about the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq a little bit. Long time. I cannot remember the last projection I did for Nasdaq. But let me show you. Okay, this is still bullish. The last time I said it's gonna be let me see here, to the upside. You see, it is in the 55 sideways, and after that we have the bounce. Perfect. Okay, good. Now, same thing as the SP500. This, my friend, be careful here, because if we see a pump here, potentially we can see it. This is gonna be a bull trap. Okay, this could be a bull trap. And honestly, in my case here, actually, if I see here the stock market, for me, it's gonna be a short or sell opportunity instead of, oh, I'm gonna buy. You know what? Because new ATA to the moon. Remember what happened for Bitcoin, right? To Bitcoin, sorry. When Bitcoin broke the previous high in April 2021, it was at $66,000. And after in March and in September? No, I can't remember. After 3 months, it was at $69,000, and people were calling for 150,000. And what happened after that? I didn't. Now you know, right? So be careful with these kind of things. Okay. So I don't have all the answers, but the only thing I think I have is experience, right? I think I think so. Yeah, 10 years trading. Well, okay, long time, right? Okay, so as you can see here, the sell signal here is gonna be like this, and no thank you is not with me. In that case, I'm gonna start looking for closing my positions if I am in long here, or maybe potentially looking for shorts. Okay, potentially. Now we have a new close. I forgot to see the monthly here for Nasdaq. Well, this is gonna be a sell. Let me show you here. Careful here because this is gonna be with this close here. We will see by the end of the year, maybe in January. Who knows? It depends on the volatility. Potentially, we will see a sell signal in the monthly. So the projection right now, I can tell you right now, we will see something like this, a massive range, potentially, right? Potentially a massive range where the stock market is gonna be like this. Yeah. So my 2 cents, right? Sometimes when I do this, I will have to wait maybe 3 months to see the results. But you know what? In macro timeframes, especially in bigger timeframes, weekly chart, monthly, I realized long time ago my technical analysis usually right is correct, or it's not that bad, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna continue with the next request. Let me show you here. 1 second. Where is this? I got a message actually. I got a message a few moments ago asking for which okay, yes. Disney. Okay, we are gonna talk about Disney. Okay, good. In 1 day chart and weekly chart. Okay, perfect. So let's talk about Disney. Disney was not good. Of course, 3 months ago the prediction was to the upside, but instead Disney decided just to waste time. And I said, careful with Disney because this thing is still bearish. Okay, let me see here the weekly chart here. And yes, as you can see here, this thing is testing the lows here. But let me tell you something. Technically speaking, the buy signal is still there. So I cannot be super bearish with this because timing is extremely important. What I said before, right? We have all these, right? All these, at least maybe the rest of the year. You see the satellite testing here, and Disney is still around $85, $86. Yes, that is gonna be an issue, but I don't have any choice. I don't have any option right now. The only way for me to say is like this, like is I mean, looking for a bounce and sideways here. Okay. So yeah, I think after testing the lows here, and here, potentially, yes, it's gonna take time. Yes. But I don't feel comfortable saying, you know what, Disney is gonna crash and making new lows. It's very hard to say right now. Let me see the monthly because maybe with the monthly I can help you a little bit more. Still, we have time in the monthly, at least another 3-4 months. Okay. So the thing here is like, remember, the biggest mistake I see in many traders is timing. Timing. They are trading and they are holding, but they were watching 1 hour chart and they are holding for 3 days. No, if you are doing that kind of things, you have a problem with timing. This thing in the monthly, I know it's not looking great right now. I mean, it's not looking, also the volume is not very good, but for me, it's very hard to be like extremely bearish. Like, oh, from here it's gonna crash to maybe $60. Why? Because following the rules, and I have to be strict with my system of trading, right? Because I cannot predict the future, right? So the technical analysis is sideways here, sideways, yes, and bounce. Because this is the monthly, we can say we have until January next year. Okay, so for example, if you don't see Disney bouncing this year, yes, we can change the projection and you will see in 2024 potentially Disney at 65. Okay, so let's continue with the next one. Medical Properties Trust. It's gonna be my first time, I think, to see this thing. NP. Okay, so let me show you here. Okay, monthly here we have a buy signal, sideways signal forming here, but okay, let me see the weekly chart first. Let me see the weekly chart first here. Okay, this is not good because the momentum is still to the upside, as you can see here. So technically speaking, it's still to the downside. Okay, but I will be careful. I'm not saying short and sell everything, of course not. Why? Because if you pay attention here in the monthly basis, is a buy signal is forming, okay? Is forming. It will take time, yes, and also it's testing the lowest point of volume profile. So the best scenario for this thing, it should be like stay here for a long time. I'm talking months, yeah, between maybe $7 and maybe $6 minimum. So it's very hard for me to say, oh, it's gonna crash to zero. Of course not, because following again the system of my system of trading, this is looking sideways and potentially a bounce in the long term. Okay, in the long term. Now, if you are new here in this slide and you want to know, oh, I want to see some results. Let me show you here. Netflix. Netflix. I said, you know what? This is a buy signal here. I know you are super bearish, right? In 2000, when we saw the crash, right? Remember the crash here, and I said, you know what? It's testing the sell line here, is bouncing here. This is gonna bounce, and the target should be the MI55. And after that, how many months we have to wait to see the results? From the buy signal in December 2022, we have to here, yes, since October around there, and we have to wait around maybe 4 or 5 months to see the monthly result. The monthly result. Now, this is forming a sell signal, maybe in the next 2 or 3 months. And here, no thank you, it's not with me, because the projection always is gonna be like this. Test and identify to what? To keep falling. Okay, that's it. Okay, very simple. I strongly suggest you are curious about my system of trading. You have some options. You can join to my Patreon, you can join to my Discord, and also if it's your first time, I strongly suggest go to the description of this video and you will find a playlist with some videos like I am explaining the rules of my system of trading. Okay, so let's continue now with the comments. Kevin, hello. Sorry for today. Like I was very busy today. I couldn't make it like the normal time for the live streams. But well, thank you for joining. Let me see. Could you do MLPA? What is that? I don't know. What is that? What is this? Global something, whatever. Okay, let me see. It's gonna be the first time. I don't know what is this. Let me see here. No, thank you. No, my God. First of all, no thank you in the monthly. No thanks. Okay, let me see the weekly chart here. Sell signal ADX negative here. No, thank you. So careful here, because if you actually bought here, for example, I don't know, maybe 3, 4 months, whatever, this is the time to take profits, not to sell. I mean, not to buy. Here, resistance, all this area resistance. No, thank you. I don't care if I see a new high. I don't care. Following the rules, right? Discipline. That is the most important thing right now. ADX negative, sell signal here. So as you can see here, no thank you, it's not with me. Sell signal here, no thanks, okay? So I will be very careful here. Okay, so let's continue now with the comments. Okay, Ethereum Classic, I said it's gonna be to the downside. Now I think it's, yes, actually I was right, around $15, $14. One day chart, I think instead of, Bitcoin is not bullish, also altcoins will not be bullish as well. As you can see here, same thing. Testing the MI55 to what? To keep falling. Now, be careful with this, because you will see a sell signal same as Bitcoin maybe next week, the first week of September. So you will see a bounce, and this bounce is gonna be continuation. Okay. So weekly chart here, as you can see here, is just wasting time here, and in the long term, I am still looking for, well, let me tell you something. Technically speaking, Ethereum Classic is in the bottom right of the range, is this one. Is this one. Yeah. But if this price action breaks, this structure breaks, you will see around $7, $8. So if I am right with the potential crash, I'm looking for Bitcoin potentially in the next 3 months, well, maybe we will see Ethereum Classic and many others making new lows. Okay, it's the same thing as a Litecoin. Remember, I said, hey, careful here. We have a better divergence. Target should be above $100. That is the target, and from there to the downside. As you can see here, this is not new. This is like 2 months before. So I did this technical analysis, and it's there. Okay, so let's talk about the XRP, because I know XRP to the moon, the lawsuit, whatever. Oh my God, I'm holding because I'm bullish, because many YouTubers are saying XRP is the next thing, right? Let me tell you something. I started trading like almost 10 years ago, and I saw XRP in 2017 when it wasn't, I can't remember how many cents to $3. And oh my God, it's gonna be like blah blah blah. But let me tell you something. I am not a big fan of XRP. I respect your opinion. You are bullish here, but let me tell you, here is the chart. What I said, you know what? This is resistance, right? And from there to the moon, no, my friend, this is a sell opportunity. And if I show you here, we have a sell signal confirmation here in in weekly chart. This MA55 is gonna break, and you will see maybe potentially around again 0.40, even lower, maybe 35 cents. Now let me show you the monthly here. The monthly. Let's talk about a little bit XRP because I'm gonna ask you some things and think about. I mean, I'm gonna show you with facts this chart, and just you tell me your conclusions, okay? So we have here in 2017, yes, is the strongest momentum for XRP from 0.004 cents to $3 to the moon, right? All of us millionaires, we are experts in trading to the moon, right? Trading is very easy, right? Okay. So since 2018, crash all the way down to 2020 to 0.20 cents. And from there, we have the next bull market when Bitcoin crashed to $4,000 to $69,000. Think about this. Bitcoin, Solana, Cardano, Matic, many altcoins, they did like 10x, even more, 20x, right? And in the last bull market, like actually it was very strong, very good actually for altcoins. This shit just did 500%. Oh, but it's 5 times more. Well, if we compare the returns with Solana, for example, if we compare the returns with Matic, if we compare with the return with many altcoins, the performance of XRP is just shit, right? It's garbage. So, technically speaking, this is a massive range. This is a massive range where the resistance is around 1.6 and the bottom is around 0.22. As you can see here, this thing is just in sideways. With an XL signal here in the weekly chart, and also we are gonna have a sell signal soon for in the monthly. I wouldn't be surprised if in the long term we will see again 30 cents tested again, because as you can see here, it's sideways, right? So be careful here. Let me tell you something, my friend Jordi. Yes, maybe you don't know me. Thank you for joining here. But let me tell you something. I am a technical trader. So that means I don't care news. I don't care the Fed. I don't care the inflation. I don't care aliens. I don't care anything. Facts are facts. I listen the charts and I'm telling you. That's why I say always tell me the news. Sorry, I forgot this phrase. Show me the charts. I'm gonna tell you the news. Okay. So that's why if you want to learn, I am technical trader. Why? Because I prove it many times here. Like when you don't have the influence of social media and experts on YouTube, right? With 200k subscribers and to the moon as expected, that kind of shit. You don't get the influence, right, from external people. And if you do your homework, trading is like any other career, like a doctor, engineering, programming, whatever. So you have to spend time and learn it. And the most important thing about trading is about psychology, right? How many of you guys think about this? When the market was bullish in 2020, you were making a lot of money, right, with Cardano or whatever, and you were thinking, you know what, I'm gonna move to Dubai, I'm gonna buy this house, I'm gonna buy this car. And after that, I'm gonna hold forever because you know what, Cardano is gonna, wow. Well, what happened now? 94% crash. Do you understand? So one thing is making profits in trading, because in the bull market, even my cat can make profits. Another skill, actually, I think is more important, is how to keep it, right? And that's the point. So be careful with these kind of things. If you want to know, okay, how I can understand myself, like if I am I have this issue. Simple. See your Discord channel. your Discord application. You have like many, you're following many influencers, you are in many crypto trading groups, you are following signals, you are following many people on YouTube and Twitter and YouTube, even myself here. You are doing something wrong. Yeah, because you must have your own judgment, and also you must develop this kind of the skills. Okay, the reality is like actually many people, they don't want to do it. They are lazy. They don't want to do it. Why? Because in the reality, that's why people, they buy lottery, right? Easy money, right? It's human nature. So in this case, for example, if I show you, I think I long time I didn't say this, but for example here, you're not new in this. I mean, you are actually, I have many, 2 years of live stream. So let me show you here. It's a very good example here. We have the weekly chart here for Bitcoin, and I'm gonna show you without technically speaking why I was shorting Bitcoin at $66,000. I am not saying I'm right all the time. Of course not. Believe me, I took many losses in the past. I'm taking losses all the time. But overall, in the long term, well, I am making some profits. So let me show you here. Remember here, around here, this area, Bitcoin was testing the previous high here. And think about this. Remember what happened in 2021. Search on YouTube, search on Google. Bitcoin will hit 200K. Bitcoin will hit 500K. Bitcoin to the moon, right? And many traders with many followers, right? They were doing this, right? You know what? This is a triangle. Technically speaking, the target is like this, and it's gonna be what? Let me show you 1 second. Oh my God. Yeah, it's gonna be like this, right? Like this. The next target is 145,000, 150,000 is gonna be the target. Well, you can watch my videos in 2021. You can enter to my profile if you want. But I said to my here, and I said, you know what? This, my friend, is like this. Okay. So why? No, you're crazy. Yes, call me crazy. In that time, I joined too many Discord groups, and I posted my technical analysis, and they blocked me, all of them. Actually, mostly all my Patreons, all the supporters I have in this channel, is because they were in that time 1 million token, whatever. Even this YouTuber, he said he's gonna retire, whatever. So, and I said to them, you know what? Bitcoin is gonna crash. No. What? Boomer. You're boomer because you don't know anything about crypto. Okay, yeah, good. Okay, so let me show you why. Technically speaking, I was looking for this. Now you know the result. You know I was right. But in this time, no, right? We have this. Okay, I said, technically speaking, Bitcoin, every time when it's pumping, is forming, making new higher lows in OBB. So technically speaking, it's forming better divergence, right? So we will have a new high here, and we will have a better divergence, as you can see here. Curve is forming a better divergence, you see? So in the next signal here, Bitcoin is just gonna drop very hard for maybe 1 year. Okay, the trigger is gonna be 1 day chart. What I'm going to do is I'm looking for a sell signal. Okay, so technically speaking, this is not a sell signal, not yet, right? Not yet. I said, you know what? Technically speaking, this could be a sell signal, but not yet. Why? Because I want to see confirmation. What I want to see a new high first. A new high, killing longs, killing shorts, and after that, potentially I'm gonna enter. Let me show you what happened here. New high here, and I remember exactly I opened my short around $66,000, 600 around there, and well, I decided just to wait. So, of course, here, because it was a higher time frames, as you can see here, higher time frames, ADX negative, here's a signal confirmation. In my live streams here for many months, I was saying, you know what, this is gonna crash, and I am in short. And well, what happened after that? I think you know what happened after that. So, and that is the way how I was trading, and the target was the ME55, the first target actually, as you can see here, 30k, 40k, and I said the next target should be 30k around here. If this area breaks, you will see around 20k, 17k, 17k, and the lowest point is going to be 10k. Yep. So I am saying always I'm right, of course not, but this is technical analysis, and I did this without watching news, without following YouTubers, without following anyone. Why? Because in my case, in 2012, 2014, I really took this very, very seriously. So the point here is like, I'm trying to say is like, I take losses, like many of you, but trading is like a career, like any career, okay? Okay, guys, so don't get married with your altcoins, yeah? Don't get married with your altcoins. Oh, I love Cardano. I don't care. I'm going to hold forever and ever. Okay. Believe me, that is a very stupid way of thinking. I love Bitcoin. You know what? Bitcoin will hit $1 million one day. Yeah, of course. I love Solana. Yeah, Solana will hit $1,000 one day. Yeah, of course. What is the price right now? The lowest point was $8. Okay, good. So you have this kind of mindset. Let me tell you something, all of you guys. Doesn't matter you could learn my system of trading. You can learn the rules, you can follow the rules, but the problem most of the time is the mindset you have. Why? Because it's not the same doing paper trading. Like, oh, it's fake money, right? Yeah, ooh, I'm very good. But when you put real money there, and is when you will feel when you will have this feeling like, oh my God, I'm losing money, I'm making money, and you will get excited, and you will be sad, and you will have stress. I will tell you something about me. Every time when I make profits of I lose trades, I don't have any feeling right now. Seriously. For example, I made some profits yesterday, and I just closed my position because I got the bounce, and I follow my rules. I took my profits, and I was not happy. I was not sad. It's just the mindset. You see? Of course, that took me many years, many years. And it's very sad. You know why? Because in the bull market, when in the bear market here, for example, here, I remember to my group, right? I said, the traders they want to learn. I said, hey, this is gonna be a crash. And I was shorting around here, around $46,000 around here. And I just was shorting I keep my short. And the first short here, I closed 50%, around 30K. But I was holding the short at $66,000 for maybe around 4 months. And I closed my position when I was at 20K. Yeah, I paid a lot of fees, but it was worth it. The thing here is like, of course I feel good, but I am not like, oh my God, I'm gonna move to Dubai, I'm gonna buy a Lamborghini, no. Because as I said before, trading, you wanna be successful in trading, I think the worst thing you can do is just follow your emotions. And also, I will be sorry for saying this, but I really strongly believe like the same thing is in life. The worst decisions we can make in our life is based on emotions. I really believe that, but well, that is not the topic of this channel. Okay, guys, I think that's it for today. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. If you have any request, remember you can join to my Discord. You can I have some channels there. If you have any requests, just let me know. Or you want to support the channel, you will find the links. Also, you want to learn my system of trading, I have the playlist